Come on, Belmont. Time to choose. You're either the last son of a warrior dynasty or a lucky drunk. Which is it?
You know, Avion, thank you for the 23 month of content.
Many more.
Well, 23 month streak, 28 month total. Kinda wish it didn't try and, like, emphasize streaks and stuff. I don't really like that. Like, I don't think it even gives you anything, right? I don't think there's any real reason to go for, like, a month streak or whatever.
You think you can? If you're really a Belmont and not some runt running around with a family crest, you might be able to.
Also, I didn't realize that this playlist was gonna have, like, random clips from the Castlevania anime clipped into it. I just clicked on a video called Belmont Gain, so I'm assuming this is for when you go to the gym. Oh shit. Oh goddamn, this is an MP4. Creaking Skull. Yeah, this is a link to the video if you want to see it. If you want to get some Belmont gains of your own. I'm not sure if this is just straight up the song from the show. It might be. This one might be the version from the show, I'm not entirely sure. Because they did actually use Bloody Tears in, like, the last episode of Season 1, I want to say. When they finally get to the Castlevania. When they castle all over the Vania. Hopefully I don't get copyright struck, but if I do, fuck 'em. Actually, I do have to be careful. The copyright strike from the Cookies Bustle thing still hasn't cleared out. And I don't know when that's going to clear out, because Twitch doesn't tell you anything, because copyright laws online are a fucking nightmare. Yeah, no, the Cookies Bustle dipshit came after me to, like, every single thing involving Cookies Bustle. And, like, nobody can tell if it's the actual creator themselves or just some asshole, like, pretending to be him. Nobody knows, but either way, it is the most confusing, like, copyright troll / takedown I've ever seen. Like, it's not even that anybody's doing anything with Cookies Bustle. It is a weird, obscure little Japanese adventure game from the late 90s that, like, never got an official English release. Of all the things to copyright troll over, of all the things to try and, like, squat and be like, no, this belongs to me. Cookies Bustle? Cookies Bustle? Anyways, if you happen to be in the chat and you're copyright striking people for Cookies Bustle, go fuck yourself. Anyways, I'm killing my boy. I don't think it had... You never kill Bush. It was like... There was terrorism at a theme park, but like Cookie solves it all because she's a little girl and she sings a song and everybody decides, you know what, war's bad actually. And also aliens are there. It's a really funny game. It's just that, you know, there was never an English release, so nobody's gonna know about it. No, Cookie's not the terrorist. Cookie just does sports and that inspires the entire world to stop terrorism. Anyways, let's play some Castlevania. Hopefully it doesn't break my... Hey, there we go. Perfect. First try. Love to see it. So it's been about a month. I was considering picking up my Battle Network playthrough again, but I realized it's been like almost 2 weeks. I think it's been about 2 weeks since I last touched it, and I have like no idea. So I might just try and take a bit off stream to try and reorient myself before I pick that up again. But it's time. And Castlevania Randomizer. Everybody's favorite randomizer, or at least my favorite rando. Skittles are bad for you. I actually haven't had Skittles since that time, basically. Alright. As you might imagine, I haven't been huge on Skittles. I've had Honey and Tea. I actually still owe another Honey stream. I need to get in touch with Digital Basic because they did request a Honey stream, and it has taken forever for me to get to doing it. Honey's not bad because you don't just eat honey on its own normally unless you're, I don't know, you're a honey fiend. No, that time being the Skittles Nightmare stream last year, the marathon that I did where I made, like, Skittles potions. Yeah, my partner marathon last year I did, what's it called? I did a bunch of incentives and one of them was a 100% stream, so... That will be happening, it's still going to happen, I'm not, like, gonna abandon it. I just want to get everything sorted out for my new computer and stuff. It's just fucking computer part prices have been so volatile. I don't want to go in because what if they go down later? What if they become a little cheaper? Everybody's saying it's going to get a little bit cheaper soon. But yeah, 100% for those people who aren't familiar, basically it's a category that started, God, I want to say over a decade ago now. Somebody speedran Ocarina of Time with their controller covered in honey. That's it. That's the category. And, I was like, you know what? I could probably do that for Aria of Sorrow. I play enough of this game. I still have the honey controller. It still works. Like, I cleaned it out, obviously. I'm not just gonna let it sit and crystallize for, years, but... Smite did syrup, I believe. Oh, come on, man. It sounds terrible. You're correct. You are 100% correct. It's not a great way to play the game. One thing I did make sure, though, you have to make sure that whatever liquid you're using to do your stupid percentage runs, make sure it doesn't conduct electricity, just in case. As it turns out, honey doesn't conduct electricity. But, be careful. Freaking skull. Oh, Black Panther? Black Panther? Black Panther? Fuck. You see that blue pedestal and you get excited, but... Black Panther? Fuck. How y'all doing, though? It's Tuesday, it's... not Monday anymore. I'm no longer dying of cough. Although I still do cough a bit. Greek and Skull, you just missed it, Scott. Don't worry, there'll be more. It's job hunting. I've been alright, aside from recovering from, illness. My nephew came by, not last week, but the week before, and unfortunately got me sick, so I've been recovering from that. My advice to people in general, don't get sick. Like, I'm gonna go probably get my flu shot tomorrow. Probably about time to get my COVID booster too. That's another thing that'll knock me on my ass for another few days. COVID booster, I'm one of those people who just gets destroyed by it, so... But it's been about, probably about 6 months. I think it's about time to get another one. Yeah, I should have done the hot mic cough-only stream. The inverted, talking stream. Wonder how many followers I would lose if I did that. Black Panther? Come on, man. I don't know why I'm trying to grind on these guys. There's nothing really good here. Rotten meat, no. I say that would be like a really dumb idea for a stream, but then again, I've also like streamed Grand Blue twice now within the past few weeks, so who knows? Because now that I actually know how to play the game, like, kind of properly, it's actually a lot more fun. Man, all these blue souls and none of them were Black Panthers, how dare. We doing some Ulaying, although I can't Ulay yet. Ulay's not gonna happen for a bit. No, that's too far. The gacha, not Versus. Versus, I'm not touching that until it gets rollback. I'm not touching that till Rising. And assuming Rising is not like a full fucking price release. Because I got burned on that already, I'm not gonna pay full price for that again. Game came out at like the worst possible time. Right. I think it was basically like right as pandemic happened, like right as everybody was like, okay, we're gonna lock down actually, for real. Oh, perfect. Ooh, flame mail. Love to see that. Yeah, basically everyone as of a year and a half ago. Good news, they've probably added like 50 more characters since then. You can never have everybody in Grand Blue, that's the rule. Right now I think it's Light Guild Wars, and my Light team is probably, like, in terms of character power, my weakest one. I don't have any of, like, the super god tier units. But it's not like I'm gonna be top scoring in Guild War anytime soon anyways. Oh, come on, man. Yeah, everyone is considered god tier. The meta has probably changed. The big thing for me, though, it's not so much having, like, super good characters. Now it's more, like, actually knowing where to progress with my grid. Because, like, for the longest time, there wasn't really a good resource on how to build weapon grids in Grand Blue for, like, English-speaking players. Devil. Actually, Devil's pretty nice soul. I've been working on getting, like, the Evokers unlocked, getting, the Hangman uncapped so I can finally get Kaim. Biggest thing with Grand Blue is, like, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Like, you cannot fast-track anything for the most part. Past, like, the first few hours of the game, you're gonna be taking your time. God, I need a better weapon. Like, Whip Sword is... I guess Whip Knuckle's a little better. It's basically about the same length as the dagger anyways, and way stronger. Looks really silly, though. You got those spaghetti arms. Not gonna save, I don't need to do that. No, elemental cages, I think, for, like... I think those are for, like, ultimate mastery, some like, additional way to power up your characters past the limit. I haven't touched the cages yet. I think the general consensus is don't touch the cages until you know what you're doing. milk. Well, Manticore should be pretty free at least. When did you have 21,000 crystals? They probably gave out a lot. Yeah, right now everybody's just grinding Guild Wars, so probably not going to be a whole lot of variety in the game outside of that right now, at this point in time. I'm still working on my Omega 2 grids, like I need, I've just had the worst luck getting stuff like Alexial Axes and Last Storm Harps. I managed to get enough Zithers from Europa, like I don't need to farm her a ton anymore. But, like, I've had zero luck getting those harps, man. I need those harps. I want to transition to, like, the double Omega setup, like the double Omega summon, but right now I think Beelzebub is going to do a lot better for me. Probably sounds like complete gibberish to anybody who doesn't play the game. Power Flapjack, thank you as well for the resub, for the Ubes. Alright, I don't even have double jump yet. Are you double jump? You better be double jump. There we go.
Clicker, twitch.tv/Andiam, for sexy area.
Was that text-to-speech? You Italianized my URL. I don't even know why I'm punching those. I don't need to punch those. It is more fun now that I know, like, how to progress in the game. Because God, Granblue does a terrible job of telling you, like, where you can reasonably go from somewhere. And the navigation in UI doesn't help. Anyways, to prevent this from turning into a completely talking about Granblue stream, I picked up Darkest Dungeon. That's been fun. I want to play more of that. I need to try the V Rising expansion. Apparently that came out. And I've been meaning to try that game again. Last time I played was early access, so... Darkest Dungeon 2 is fun. I haven't gotten, like, super far in it. I only played yesterday, but, from what I understand, it's just... It's more fail forward rather than fail backwards. Rather than penalizing you for, you know, being powerful, it just encourages you to keep pushing on, and rewards you for doing so. Are you dead yet? Can you be dead? Thank you. You know you're desperate when you're asking the boss, can you be dead? Yeah, I'll be playing that. V Rising, probably more games that I can't remember at the moment. Alright, I need to finish off Rusted Moss, I want to play that. I do want to finish off Mega Man Star Force Shooting Star Operation, whatever it's called. So I can finally say I've at least beaten Battle Network 1. I can definitely see why people do not like it. Like, the mazes, even with the maps and stuff, are still just way too fucking big, the dungeons and stuff. I need to get better at taking these little, like, in-between area breaks to take a sip of water when I'm timing myself. How much MP does this drain? Yeah, pretty much all of it. Lets you go fast, but very slow. Regen. Even with wizard mode, it's still pretty slow. I was also looking at System Erasure's new game, Void Stranger. They're the people who did Zero Ranger. It looks really cool. I just want it to be out, man. I want to play their weird Sokoban meta, maybe takes place in the Zero Ranger universe adventure game. I don't know. Because I really like Zero Ranger. I hope they do Black Onion at some point. Like, it seems like they haven't really been working too much on that. They've probably been focusing on the new game, which is understandable. I just want more Zero Ranger, man. Yeah, Black Onion is, I think it's supposed to be the hardest difficulty, or the hardest, like, mode, whatever they're calling it. Because they added another mode, it was called, White Vanilla, I think. And that's kind of like a... It's kind of like a score attack mode, it's not like a standard game mode. It's really fun, but... Without talking too much about the story of Zero Ranger, it's weird to say that I don't want to spoil the story in a shoot-'em-up of all genres, but it's actually really interesting. It actually interacts with the game mechanics in a way that meshes with the story. Rather than, what is it, Dodonpachi, where the story is basically just kind of like, oh, there's some bad guys, go kill them. And then the very end, the reveal is that, actually, this was all a training program, you've been shooting down your friends. All the people in the enemy ships that you've been shooting down, they were other trainees in the program, and it was basically a battle royale to find the best pilot. Okay, have fun, good luck, go kill this bee now. Oh, come on, man. I'm not spoiling that, because I'm pretty sure very few people in the chat are ever going to be once seeing Dodonpachi. Also, like, it's Dodonpachi. I don't know, I've never seen that. Have not seen a lot of anime or manga. Actually, I don't have slides, so I might not be able to grab this. Yeah, it's just tasty meat. It's a shame that shoot-'em-ups are kind of a very niche genre. Oh, there's my slide. I can get it. I can get some meat on the way out. Yum yum. But yeah, let's grab this first. Gonna save my MP because the Devil's Soul on the boss should do a good amount of damage. I'm actually not sure where the hitbox counts as hitting. Hopefully it doesn't just tag the arm. Oh, more meat. Welcome to the meat study, where we study the meat. Apparently Dragon Ball FighterZ got a patch, but it's like, it's not the rollback patch. Like, it's interesting that they're still patching the game, even though it's not the big rollback patch, but it's, like, on the other hand, I'm pretty sure most people are just like, I want the rollback, man. Yeah, it's gonna... I mean, that's kind of... Most shoot-'em-ups are designed around, like, octagonal movement, like having the 8 primary directions. Very few require, like, a... You know, a partial slow move, and the games that do require that will usually have, like, a slow down or focus button to let you, dodge stuff carefully. But anything, I would say, honestly, like, keyboard is probably better for shoot-'em-ups, if I'm being completely honest. Like, I'll see some people play with arcade sticks and stuff, and it's like, I don't know, I feel like keyboard is probably better, just having a binary, you are moving versus you are not moving, you know? Use the Steam God. What even happened? Like, I think they sold a bunch of them at discount at some point because nobody really bought in on that, but like, man. Oh right, I never picked up the meat. Oh well. I'll be fine without it, I think. First one season. I mean, Honestly, it was originally released for like consoles, right? Consoles and arcades, so like people are probably used to you like using weird control methods with that. Creaking Skull. See, I told you Scott would be back. Wouldn't mind something a little more beefy than a Whip Knuckle. Like, right now it's fine. Beating Radiant Silvergun with the trackpad, god. Oh, Minotaur, that's something. It's better than Poison Worm. I imagine now, like, Steam Decks have been... It's been about a year since they first, like, started becoming available, right, to the public? It seems like the general consensus is it's really nice for, you know, games that it supports. Right, Blue Crow doesn't go full screen, that's the eagle. Blah, blah, blah. Ooh, Succubus. Mom and other brother sent you the same gift? Oh, jeez. Well, clearly the solution is you bring them both the gift and told them, hey, we've got a problem here. One of you needs to fix it right now. And then both of them give you $1 million. The solution to everything, $1 million. Let's see what Hammer's got. Speaking of $1 million. Oh, hey. Actually not using any of these. Yeah, sure, Gold Ring. I know, I was just being facetious. And I'm sure if you tell... Depending on what it is, like, obviously, if it's something like you have no need for two of them, it might not be terrible. Just be like, hey, you guys both got me the same gift. Just FYI. Because these days, I pretty much always get a gift receipt just in case it needs to be returned. Oh yeah, new Zelda. You give it to your brother. Here, I bought you the new Zelda. Enjoy. For your birthday. Unless he already owns it, in which case, uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. From what I hear, the new Zelda, like, gameplay-wise, it's very good. Story, apparently it's not great. Or not as good. Without talking about it too much. Because I haven't played it myself. Bought it for himself first. Ah, jeez. Ah, heck. Well, clearly the solution is you gotta send a copy to your boy Andy AML. I mean, Zelda games have had good stories. It's just, yeah, they kind of, went a little samey for a while. Actually, here's the important question. Has the cartridge been licked yet to taste all the delicious, what is it? The benzene that they put on to prevent you from swallowing it? Has that been licked off yet? Because if not, yumma yumma, give it here! Gotta remember when people were doing that. Just the first news report. People are licking their Switch cartridges to see if it tastes terrible. Person licks their Switch cartridge. Wow, this tastes terrible. And yeah, like, inherently there's nothing wrong with having the same story if that's what people want. It's just, it would be nice to see it branch out a little bit. Creaking Skull. I'm gonna keep my cartridges unlicked so they have maximum resale value later on. Actually, I don't think I've ever sold a game. My brother sold a couple games, I never have though. All that shit's going to the grave with me. Bury me with my copy of Earthbound. Why is it? It was like a really big thing for a while. Undine. Yeah, the sticker at GameStop. The sticker at GameStop that says unlicked. That's why they can charge you, you know, $80 instead of $90 for a Canadian. Back from Batroom, how we doing? Haven't got any new weapons yet. Still looking for a nice, stronger weapon than Whip Knuckle. Sigil Soma's incredibly cursed. I mean, you gotta play Tsukihime though. Maybe if you played Tsukihime, you would understand. But yeah, they like put some kind of chemical on it to prevent small children from swallowing it, because it is choking hazard. I am wondering how long until, like, physical releases of things just become a complete rarity. Like, we're already at the point where a lot of games are just download codes bundled into a game box. Yeah, here I'm not sure how well Devil would work. I'm just gonna use punches and disc, Beyblade him. Fishhead. Oh no, did your copy of Tactics Advance 2 get crushed? That sucks. Tsuchinoko real. Tsuchinoko real. Goodbye. That was the soul that had Black Panther. I don't care, I'm taking the time lost for water. My throat needs it. What a weird place to find the cartridge. Like, I'm trying to think of the sequence of events that leads to your specifically Final Fantasy Tactics Advance 2 cartridge getting caught between your car seat. Yeah, this area is pretty easily missable, like the bottom spot. There honestly isn't like a whole lot going on. I still have my cartridge in my, like, my games box. I just haven't played any, like, physical cartridges in a while. The only reason I would want to pull out my DS at this point is for, like, games where the stylus is, like, absolutely pinnacle. Like EVA or, World Ends With You. Because no fucking way I wouldn't play EVA on a mouse and keyboard. Like, emulation on DS is mostly fine at this point. Nope. We're facing the right way today. We're attacking the waiter skeletons today. That's a, you know, it's a great sword. I was gonna say, maybe that's Durandal. That could at least be decent. Yeah, it was not. I'm actually gonna go here first, because usually it takes a while for the Catobleepus to turn around. It's just cash. Apparently also the physical, like, used game market is completely ridiculous right now. Like, everything is just comically overpowered. Ooh, Iron Golem. They're overpowered, comically overpriced. Sorry, whenever I'm playing a video game, my mind auto-completes to overpowered whenever I start a sentence with over. But yes, it is overpowered as well. Pink Crusader. Constitution, which means it's not more damage. Like, if you want to buy any kind of Pokemon game, you are completely fucked. Yeah, Heart Gold especially. The DS remakes. There's also so many bootlegs now and reproductions. If you want an actual copy of the game. I don't have Kicker Skeleton, so I can't go to the ceiling yet. Honestly, a lot of it is probably just artificial inflation by YouTubers and shit to make their shit sound more valuable. Oh right, this is not the room. This is the room. I still have my Dragon Quest VIII copy with the FF12 demo. I just never beat that game. I know I saw that, so I'm just gonna grab this item first. Oh, perfect timing on Galamoth, actually, damn. This is like the best place it could actually show up. This is the closest place to the Galamoth hallway, wow. I don't think I've ever gotten that before. Huggers! Robert Belgrade voice. Poggers. Not just iron armor. Not even good. It was Poggers. On God. For real. For real. Oh, Magic the Gathering is completely fucked. Collectible card games in general, like where you have to buy physical cards. Thankfully, most people are pretty cool with proxies, but still, if you want like an actual card, forget it. Punch, punch, punch. Never gone to Magic as a kid, and I'm kind of glad I didn't. Yeah, also apparently Wizard of the Coast is just like a complete awful company. Excuse me. We got a taste of the Pokemon card game, and then I guess some kids got fully into Magic as a result. Yeah, the fucking Pinkertons of all things, like, somebody got a copy of one of our things early. Rather than assume the best, let's just assume the worst. Let's blame the person who got the copy instead of the warehouse employee who mistakenly picked the one that said, "Do not release" in small text. Card games is serious. Ooh, found a gun. Ah, stinky gun. Yeah, that's a cool disc, bro. I got a disc too. Alright, I need ending. Yeah, like you fucking you send the people who literally killed striking union workers. Or have they been around for like 100 years now? You send them after somebody who got an early copy of your card game. Like, come on, man. It's just rotten milk. I guess we go to Floating Gardens now. Because we really don't have any great progression items. Like, we don't have Giant Bat, we don't have Skulla. Actually, I probably want to put on Minotaur for now. Make as much damage as I can get, because we're getting to beefier areas. God, thinking about it, like, I came into contact with so many hobbies as a kid, between, like, Magic, Pokemon cards, fucking Games Workshop, Warhammer stuff. I'm glad I dodged all those bullets. Pokemon to a lesser extent, unless you want to buy, like, the, you know, the super valuable... actually, I can get this item, too. I might just grab that. Unless you want to buy, like, the first edition Holo Charizard or whatever. It's Gotcha before Gotcha. Although apparently it's completely fucked now. Like, there are just so many phone games and, like, Roblox just straight up advertising to children. Like, so many kids are just buying stuff on their parents' credit cards because they were just pre-approved, and, like, Apple apparently, you have no choice. Like, you have to authorize a credit card to use it on an Apple device. There's Skulla. Do I want to go underwater? Probably not. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for the garden start. Hopefully get a better weapon. Might actually be able to buy a Muramasa. That might not be a bad idea. I did find some decently valuable stuff. I just don't think that's enough for Muramasa. That's not Muramasa money. Oh, we do have 8,000 gold, though. I forgot I've got the gold ring. Yeah, I generally try and save underwater to the very end if possible. I'm gonna take a detour here, though, because I can sell the handgun for a good amount of cash. We'll see if I can scrounge up some more. Because sell the great sword, it's garbage. Broadsword's garbage. Actually, I have an extra whip knuckle too. Handgun. Iron plate can go. Oh no, Muramasa's 54k. I'll probably buy like a... Kunituna might not be a bad choice, actually, because that's a double hit. It's a little bit weaker than Whip Knuckle, but it double hits. Minotaur. God. Still got a couple residual coughs here and there. I'm not 100% back to normal, but everything else is fine. Like, I'm not feverish, I don't get the chills. Plus, this has a much better attack arc. $1,000. If I really wanted to, I could grind for money in the Needles tunnel. I don't think I'm gonna do that, though. That's the thing, right? Yeah, like, it's always hard because a lot of people are, like, in partnership with Wizards of the Coast. I don't want to say anything too bad. The problem of money versus scruples, I guess. Can't feed yourself with scruples, but you can feed yourself with money. It sucks, man. Oh yeah, I feel like anybody who's like, oh yeah, Wizards of the Coast, they're the ones in the right, actually. Like, nah. No. In no universe are Wizards of the Coast the good guys here. Magic's one of those things, like, it looks neat, but there's just too much baggage behind it between all the shit that all the shit that's been going on and just like the complete impermeability now. Ooh, Hippogriff. Hip of Griff. Plus there are plenty of other like smaller companies that would do a lot better with your business. Lots of tabletop games around. I might actually grab the Rob Sword just so I can sell it potentially later. Not because I'm going to be buying Muramasa, I think that's probably unreasonably expensive, but for the money to get food for Chaos later on. Ninja Suit actually doesn't sell for a lot. That's the other thing. It's like, it's so hard to get stuff started because you need people to play with, right? Like, you can't just go to a game store and start playing Solitaire and be like, yo guys, check out this new game! Let's all get in on it! Like, you need people to play against, you need bodies. Ooh, I'll take a Lotkiss. Tabletops is something I never really got into as a kid because there weren't really anybody nearby me that played tabletop games. Or if they were, they didn't really advertise it. I didn't have any friends... ... that played tabletop games. Hmm. Oh no, are they doing the artificial scarcity? No. No, don't do that, no. Oh yeah, if you weren't aware of the tier 5 classes, those are out now. Also some more extra classes. I think the big jump forward for me was Relic Buster. That was the one that kind of went from Dark Fencer, like, okay, this is so much better though. Like you have all the other row 4 classes, and then Relic Buster's also here. Relic Buster, aka objectively the correct decision to go for first. Magic Gathering is like a party-based RPG. Flesh and Blood's like a fighting game. Oh, neat. I know there have been a couple like fighting game themed card games before, most notably David Sirloin's Yomi. I think that was Yomi, right? I know he did a different like fighting game based card game. I think that was for Congregate though, I don't think that was Yomi. Yomi, the Japanese word for the art of reading the mind. He wrote a book on it. We'll never not laugh at David Sirloin. It's like the equivalent of all those Twitter guys who were like, oh, I just found out about the Japanese concept of Honne and Tatenai, and it's so unique and only the Japanese have it. Only the Japanese have like a side they show to their friends versus a side they show to the regular person they're gonna show on the street. Oh, this is so uniquely Japanese and only they've got it. Just like Japan's 4 distinct and unique seasons that only exist in Japan. The Japanese word for reading, yomi. Because nobody else can read your opponent. Only the Japanese. Devastation of Indinus? Never heard of that one. Okay, to be fair, the Japanese season thing, that's not a joke. That is actually, like, legit a thing that you'll see in, like, textbook that says, like, Japan has 4 distinct and unique seasons. Spring, summer, fall, and winter. Should I use a potion? Yeah, probably. Because we're gonna be face tanking the big golem soon. In retrospect, I probably didn't need the potion, but better to be safe than sorry. Be careful, I sense death! But yeah, I always love when, like, there's a new white guy on Twitter who's like, oh, I just discovered this new Japanese concept. The concept of hospitality, making your guest feel welcome and providing their needs. Only in Japan. Only in New York. Where's Black Panther, man? We're getting very late into the game now, and I still don't have a Black Panther. I want to go fast. Try and bait him up top. Oh, too close. Might be making a mistake here. I don't know, we're good. Go to the toilet. There's my backdash. Are you Black Panther? No, Kaiser not. Well, that's a lot of money at least. Well, now we have to go... Actually, no, we could go to top floor. Top floor is also an option. That would be the best way. I probably want to do underwater, because there's a lot of stuff to check there. And I only have the one book, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's the regular witch. Death of Retires is getting bodied by the Belmonts and friends. I mean, half the time he's getting bodied by, like, Dracula's family, too. Either Dracula himself or relatives of Dracula. My employer's large son. Probably not, I mean, you can't kill him, so... Oh, I had Skull this entire time. I could have had more damage coming out. I fricked up. Death just, anytime he gets killed, he uses the time to reinvent himself. Like, normally he settles on, you know, the big skeleton guy with a robe and a scythe, but sometimes he goes weird. Sometimes he just kind of does, like, the weird... I think it was, Harmony of Dissonance, where he was, like, kind of a weird scorpion spider type thing. Actually, let me go sell the Kaiser Knuckle and all that. This definitely isn't going to be a fast seat, so I might as well be stocked up for it. Kaiser Knuckles not very good in a randomizer context. You also Whip Knuckle too. 43k. Actually, I might be able to afford sell the famous blade known as Graham. 50k. If I sell the gold ring, I should have enough. Oh, it's 54k. Piss. Well, I mean, if I sell... If I sell Kunitsuna, I functionally don't need that anymore, because I can just buy Muramasa, the best katana in the game. Then I sold the gold ring. I'll put on a black belt. Harmony of Dissonance was just weird in general. You could tell me Harmony of Dissonance death was a cat and I believe you. Because I played through that entire game a few years ago on stream and I remember very little about it. I'm gonna say a little bit of a nuclear take here, but I don't think it was particularly that good. Happened to Summer Zoe? Summer Zoe just became outshadowed by the other options Dark has now. The Enmity meta is kind of been overshadowed by stuff like Lich and Fediel combo. She's still good, it's just no longer, you know, able to enable every single team in the game to become god tier anymore. A lot of that rating was probably also, you know, years and years old. Back when you could reasonably run, like, full rainbow teams against raids and still do okay. Oh boy, samurai armor. I might as well grab that for selling. Still weaker than the Flame Mail. Now this, I actually need to try Aryusora Reprise again. I think that got an update to Nightmare Mode recently. I really enjoyed that from what I played of it. A lot of times the tier listing, like, it's not so much that, you know, the unit was nerfed or anything like that, it's just better options came up in the meantime. Or there are better options available now to do what they did. How's it going, Damon? Brave Exvius was completely and utterly fucked. Like, I played Brave Exvius for like a few months, and I saw how quickly, like, how rapidly they were pushing power creep in, like, year one. And it was just like, nah, I'm good, actually. Because, like, they just kept introducing new rarities of unit, and then it's like, okay, well, 7-star is not the best anymore. Now it's, like, new vision, and I'm sure there's another tier beyond that now. Like, there's always going to be power creep in gacha games, but man, that game was completely shameless about it. I think I actually need Undine here to jump off the waterfall. Oh no, what am I doing? I've got Heckin... There we go. Pitch black suit. Yeah, Record Keeper was also kind of guilty of that. At the very least, it wasn't like they nerfed old stuff. They just never really buffed old stuff either. So, like, once you got, you know, your year one god tier, hold up. I remember there was one person who spent like $700 getting Sephiroth's first Soul Break in Record Keeper. And then, hoo boy, hoo boy, hoo boy. Unfortunately, Record Keeper is now dead, so unless you play on the Japanese version. R.I.P. newbie. Doing the responsible thing and not immediately jumping. Fuck. Sometimes I'll talk and then it'll just catch me, like I'll get that tickle. Ascalon. Wow. asshole. Yeah, I know Newbie's been playing Opera Omnia, I just couldn't get into that. I played it for a little bit, it was just like, not really feeling it. I'm pretty much done paying for gotchas, I think. Last time I did was like Puzzle and Dragon 5-6 years ago. That game is completely fucked off with power creep as well. I remember when I first started playing, I got a lead that was like, I think a 5 times damage multiplier. If you landed like, I think 4 different elements in a single combo, and that was considered very good. And now it's like, the current best lead in the game, I think the one that I have is like, you match red, yellow, or you match red, green, and light orbs, and yellow orbs, and you get like a 25 times multiplier, and you get like additional damage reduction, and you get bonus damage at the end of your turn. It's just like, that's the other problem. Like, every dungeon in Puzzle & Dragons is now, you have to look up beforehand, because there's going to be some nonsense. There's going to be some kind of mechanic that, if you cannot counter it specifically, you're going to just lose. Like, there'll just be all kinds of bullshit, or just straight up slap you for like 80,000 damage when you go onto a floor, and haha, did you know that was coming up? You didn't? Ah, that's too bad. Thanks for the 100 stamina, dumbass. Well, no, it's not that they can't look things up, it's literally like they cannot do that anymore. Like, all the English databases and resources for dungeon information that you could have looked up to find that information is now just dead, or has been taken down by Gung-Ho themselves. So, like, you literally just have to either know how to read Japanese or pray. Or just, you know, deal with the fucking slog of dealing with shit like that. Man, that imp was on a mission. But yeah, it's completely beyond the pale with like monetization now and just like power creep. You look up the best teams, and it's all like collab units now. They're just constantly pushing brand new levels of power creep to encourage you to spend money. Like, all the good machines are now 10 stones instead of 5, so you're basically paying double the cost. It sucks. There was a time when I say you could have reasonably played without spending a dime, but now I don't really think you can. If you want to play the endgame, you just kind of have to accept that you either have to be colossally lucky or just spend money. And I wouldn't recommend people do that at this point. Wait, 3DS got a system update today? Really? Weird. Does that break, like, custom firmware? Are they trying to stop people from doing that, or did they, like... They officially, like, shut down all the eShop integration stuff now? Breaks most of the custom software? Hell yeah! It's not enough that they killed the eShop, now they gotta kill your stuff from beyond the grave. I mean, I'm sure it'll be cracked within days, anyways. Oh, I really wish I had Levitine right now. I could be dealing double damage to these Dryads. Amaterasu. Oh god, that must have been an old team then. That shit doesn't work anymore. Now, like, everything has multi-hits. Auto heal is basically pointless because every team either heals instantly to full or literally has millions of HP now. What's over here? Oh, this is just money. Melon. Trip has banned you from the server. Alright. Devil, Undine. Kicker Skeleton, finally. I'm gonna find Black Panther in the Chaos Dimension, I bet. Suzaku and Byakuya. Oh god, yeah, so that was like real long time ago. I think I played... I think when they added like the Three Kings Pantheon, I think that's shortly after I started playing, or shortly before I started playing. No, the thing is, like, basically every leader in the game in Puzzle and Dragons now will just let you sleep through the entire early game. Like, I'm pretty sure there are some auto damage, like, just conditions that are, like, match a combo and will add 5 million damage onto your attack. And I'm pretty sure, like, you can just completely beat all the normal dungeons at this point by doing that now. What if I just use Devil and push through here? Probably faster. Let's see what's in the Cleave Salish room. Zone's like make across 225 damage. Now you just gotta match a couple of different colors. Oh god, yeah, re-rolling. I think I started with Lubu. Ooh, blocking mail. We'll actually use that. Well, it's not just matching colors, Jordan. You gotta match 2 or sometimes even 3 different colors. Yeah, combo limits are real tough if you've just been sleeping through all the early dungeons. It's like, wait, I actually have to play now, shit. And it sucks because they're like combo limits are actually a pretty good mechanic. Like you have to, you know, match 8 combos or whatever. But then there's all this stuff that's just literally like, we're gonna smack you for 1,000 damage or 100,000 damage when you come into this dungeon. Hope you knew about that beforehand. Or it'll be stuff like, we're just gonna preemptively, like, lock all of your Awoken skills and you need an Awoken Bind Clear, otherwise you're not gonna use any of those. Like the fucking roulettes, those are the worst, I hate those. The trip underwater so far has not been great. Sucks that this is my fastest way to get around by using Devil. Like, I could use Kicker for a little bit of a speed boost, but it's not much. Oh, please don't. Please don't, man. Like, I would say Puzzle and Dragons used to have a pretty decent learning curve, but now it's just straight up learn every dungeon mechanic and hope you have a thing that can counter that specific thing. Well, the thing is, Kicker Skeleton is not really like a core movement option. You don't need it at any point. Oh, come on. It's not like the, what's it called, backdash. That shit's real important. They haven't actually rerun the Final Fantasy collab in forever. In Puzzle and Dragons. Oh, it gets its own bespoke input, yeah. I wonder if they wanted to have it be more meaningful originally and just couldn't find a good way to do it, but didn't want to get rid of it entirely. They're just like, ah, fuck it, we'll just put it in, like, halfway through the game. We'll have most of your movement and stuff by then. You missed One Piece. One Piece it never came out in North America. Unless you're talking about Grand Blue, in which case, yeah, that's long gone. But yeah, we never got that One Piece collab in Puzzle and Dragons, which is another really busted power creep collab. I'm so glad that, even though I've been doing this stuff for like years now, doing the randomizer streams, at some point it always devolves into me bitching about gacha games. Yeah, Luffy's like surprisingly really good for a collab unit. Just really good in general, not even for a collab unit. Because right now there's like bonkers stuff like Wilness and Percival in Fire, Mikhail. He's busted as well. Oh, the Kingdom Hearts collab and Record Keeper? Do you mean copyright Disney? God, I love that. I absolutely love that every single piece of gear from that collab had to have a little copyright Disney on the thumbnail for it. Because that's what the mouse says, and whatever the mouse says goes. Skittles, Disney. Copyright Walt Disney copyrighted this. Walt Disney invented Castlevania. God, I'm just thinking about a Kingdom Hearts style collab for Castlevania. What would be the other franchise? Sora! Copyright Disney. Ooh, long in a spear. That could be decent for Julius. Actually, no, it wouldn't be good against Julius. Oh, they would not have been able to get away without that. That was like... That was probably mandated by Disney, honestly. Like, they probably said, if you want a Keyblade, it's gotta have the Disney logo. Like, we're getting our cut. Sorry, that's the rules. Whereas Neutral Special, Soma uses his gun. This is actually the good gun. We'll get to clown on Graham. Honestly, I think it's been long enough. I want a Kid Dracula 2. I think we deserve a Kid Dracula 2. It's been long enough. Konami's been making games again. They've been messing around with their weird experimental games like the Getsu Fumiden sequel. Well, there's an NES Kid Dracula as well. My favorite would always be Kid Dracula Stage 1 theme is just like Vampire Killer in a major key. I mean, Konami still... they received a pretty decent amount of money from, like, all the pachinko and sports clubs that they own. It's not just video games. Just now that I think pachinko regulations have gotten a little more cracked down, so... they may be looking to try and get back in there. God, it is... I played through Metal Gear Solid 5 again recently. And, like, it was so close to being absolutely perfect. But it really just kind of feel like they ran out of gas. Because, like, the game mechanics in terms of, like, you know, moving around, how you could deal with soldiers and bases and stuff, it was so fun. Like, it was so enjoyable to just play how you wanted to and go clear out that base however you wanted to, hold up every person inside of it, make them lie down, and then clear everybody out with a Fulton afterwards. Or go in guns blazing, just go in your walker gear, blow everybody away. Like, the weird thing is, people were complaining about the revisits on missions that had the higher difficulty. I wanted more of those. I wanted more subsistence missions. I wanted more stuff that was just like, nah, you gotta do whatever you can find, man. I wanted more stuff, like, obviously you can kind of play it on your own if you want to. But you're still gonna have all the passive upgrades from, like, your base research. Like, I want more subsistence stuff. Yeah, that's right. We got Metal Gear Survive on the Fox engine, and Pro Evolution Soccer that also uses the Fox engine for some reason. I need to try Metal Gear Survive at some point when it's like $1. I know it's bad. I'm not holding out any hope for maybe it's, you know, the game that I wanted, but I want to at least try it. I want to play the game that killed Metal Gear. I mean, obviously that was Metal Gear 5, but still, shut up. I mean, that's probably going to be the Bloober Team engines, whatever they use, right? Can't imagine they're gonna go too far off the beaten path for doing stuff. Who's that little pink guy? That's Legion! Wait, Tokimeki Memorial had DLC? What? Wow. Oh, hey, Sakura. I'd love to date you, but, you don't own the season pass. Sorry. Hallelujah. It only took an hour and 10 minutes. We finally got Black Panther. Hallelujah. I still only have... Yeah, I still only have the one book. I need more books, man. I need literacy. Yeah, it only took... You know, we're almost done with the seed, but we finally got Black Panther. We got that Blanther. Battle Pass. Okay, don't give them ideas, though. I'm sure that already exists, actually. You will actually give them ideas. Visual novels are already in kind of a weird spot. Like any kind of North American dev, it feels like people are generally scared to make an actual, honest, you know, just straight up visual novel. If they ever end up going down here, it's always gonna be like, haha, but it's a joke, haha, look, it's a KFC visual novel. Isn't that funny? Aren't visual novels weird? Like, nobody wants to actually, like, go in and say, we're just making a visual novel. Like, just make a visual novel. Don't couch it in irony, just intend your visual novel, just make it. It's okay, you can do it. Like, I don't really play visual novels myself, but a really common complaint I hear from people who do is that, like, any kind of North American visual novel that gets any real press is, like, half ironic, like, half, haha, it's a visual novel. You're dating people in a video game, isn't that weird? God, Muramasa melts red or the red minotaurs. God, what if all the books are just on top floor? What if I just made the completely wrong call and I could have been done, like, 30 minutes ago? I've gone from having only the one katana to having all the katanas in, like, the past 3 minutes. There's $2,500 visual novel on Steam. What? Kriekinger Skull. Yeah, exactly. That's the other thing. Like, people who don't, you know, who actually make proper visual novels that aren't just ironic is like, they don't get covered because it doesn't have KFC on the front. Oh, I don't want to cover this. It's kind of a catch-22 with games journalism where, like, if it's not super popular, people aren't going to cover it, but then if people don't cover it, how are you going to learn about it, right? Oh, it's some Incel Ultra White. Okay, so not even worth time mentioning. Ooh, Death Robe. So it is just a grifter trying to get somebody to pay for, like, a rage video, be like, haha, I bought the most expensive visual novel on Steam, and it was bad, actually? Question marks, clickbait, arrow. I'm getting a phone call, it is... oh, fantastic. Like, I'm not even getting spam calls from this country anymore, like, they're not even trying. They're not even trying to spoof numbers anymore. At the very least, they're honest. Gotta respect the hustle. I mean, for the incel visual novel? No, I don't. Oh yeah, I saw that IGN clip, that complete joke. I actually don't have Giant Bat. But yeah, it's really hard to find, like, actual good stuff that hasn't already been, like, paid millions of dollars to be covered in big magazines, or not magazines, fuck, how old am I? In big websites and reviews. Wow, it's a strictly inferior version of Death Robe. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, a lot of good LGBTQ stuff comes from visual novels. But then, you know, if you put it in a video game, it's like all of a sudden, oh, you're doing this to be woke? I don't have a problem with gay people, I just wish they wouldn't shove it in my face so much, like... That's their existence, that's who they are, man. You don't get to say, don't be gay around me, because that's what the person is. It is part of their life, it is part of their experience. It is going to show up in their writing, in their creations. I'm still using Skulla. I am... where's Minotaur? There we go. Actually, isn't Golden stronger? Yeah, Golden's stronger. Best advice I can give is just get the word out about cool stuff that doesn't really have a lot of info about it. Probably guess your thoughts on that attitude. That's right, you only play straight video games. No, I'm joking. Ooh. Nice little Bolor coffee as a treat. Wow, okay, so Arena Underwater just didn't have anything going on there. Oh shit, hold up, we got some dubs art. Hold up. I'm gonna need the time hit on this, because whatever. We're not getting any kind of PB on this run anyway, so fuck it. Rare footage. See, that's what you have to be the Keyblade wielder. And he's already pure of heart, so you can't deal damage to him with the Keyblade. He's not heartless. Yeah, this is the dubs art portion of the stream. This is where we split the we do our splits here. Alright, well, I guess we go to top floor and find the last two books there, because, there are no other books. Actually, no, there's the ceiling in the study, and also the, what's it called? Servants' quarters. Technically dance hall, but I'm just calling it servants' quarters, it's close enough. When's the last time anyone made a walking sim? I mean... depends what you consider a walking sim, because, like, there's lots of, like, RPG Maker games that don't really have very much in terms of, like, actual RPG, like, battling gameplay, stuff like that. Yeah, I still gotta play One Shot. I've heard that's very good. When's the last Quap like? I mean, there were a ton of those. Like, for a while, it felt like every other thumbnail on YouTube was like some weird physics game with a god-awful PewDiePie-like just going ham on the cover. Alright, so nothing great there. Levitating's actually not a bad weapon. I might use that for the Julius fight. Muramas is not great because it doesn't do the curse effect on him, and it doesn't do a whole lot of damage compared to that, so I'll probably do that. Big single hits. You do an old person shuffle to a bench and sat on it and then died. I feel like I've heard of that game before Game Grumps covered it, I just couldn't remember the title. Is that The Path, or am I thinking of something else? Oh no, same studio that made The Path, but not The Path. Yeah, I don't remember what the title of that game was. Well, might need the Flesh Golem, but I still need those books. I remain bookless. I'm dying. Dying Squirtle. I thought about walking simulators, now I'm dying. You only die 10% of the time, just like in real life. Anytime you sit on a bench in real life, there's a 10% chance you just die. You take lethal damage. Yeah, right? Like, that's another thing. Undertale 2. People still keep making games after that came out, and like, why? There's chant that. Oh god. Didn't Y2K get like another revised version, or it's getting one? Like another revised version? Is that out yet? I feel bad for Toby Foss, because he did one of the tracks for that game. I think there are actually a lot of guest artists on that game, like guest contributors, thinking, oh, like, oh yeah, this game looks pretty cool, I'm gonna support it. And then, turns out the devs were giant wieners, who were just real mad that nobody played their previous game. Sorry, yick. Yick! The weird thing is, I actually played Two Brothers. I haven't played Y2K yet. Like, I played their previous game, and it just was not very good. It's not that I didn't get it, it's not that I never played their previous game, I just don't think it's very good. Like, you look at the reviews for their previous game, it's really, really, really mediocre. Janky as hell. There's all the books, okay. So we need, what do we need? Oh god, what is this one? Figurine possessed. Okay, that's Killer Doll. And this is one of the golems, I think. Built from the body. Okay, so that is Flesh Golem. So Flesh Golem, Killer Doll, and Witch. Oh no, that's Killer Fish, so that was Killer Doll. Wait, do we not have Killer Doll? Hold up. Figurine. Yeah, we don't actually have Killer Doll. So that soul's gotta be up here then. Yeah, they used the death of that one girl. Okay, there's Killer Doll. They just kind of straight up took it for their game for a plot point, which is uncomfortably close to the stuff that all, like, the true crime people do, where they just kind of use people's actual pain and suffering with no real regard for, you know, the people that were affected by it. No, no, not Brothers Tale of Two Sons. It's very confusing because I played Two Brothers first and I thought it was a sequel to that game. Again, I'm like the one person who the Y2K people actually made the game for, like the people who understood their previous stuff. And like it just they fucked up. They fucked up. Alright, levitating please. Anyways, if you're a dev and you make a game and people don't like it, you gotta move on. You can't make people like your game. You can update it, you can try and like improve stuff that people didn't like about it, but you can't just call people wrong. If they don't like your game, they don't like your game. Actually, I should be using Devil. It's way more damage. Alright, so Killer Doll, Witch, and Flesh. And then we're just gonna clown on him. Because he can't do shit about the silver gun. Tried to grab a DV. Well, I think Two Brothers came out before Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, didn't it? Like, I'm pretty sure it came out before. Doshta! That is Japanese, roughly, for, yo, you like that shit? Oh, I just barely got that transform off. And, like, another important part of making stuff is just, in general, like, it's not even necessarily bad. Like, just because people don't like it doesn't mean it is explicitly bad. Like, it might not resonate with most people, but some people might enjoy it. You don't have to make something that is explicitly, you know, meant to be consumed by everybody. You can just make something for a specific audience that other people won't like, and that's okay. Like, yes, people are gonna say, oh, I don't like this game, it's bad, and that's part of putting stuff out into the world, but, like, I don't know. I appreciate that there's all kinds of weird stuff out there that isn't necessarily just for, you know, the everyday gamer or the everyday consumer. It does unfortunately kind of suck that a lot of stuff that you have to make is... if you want to make a living off stuff like that, you kind of have to try and go for as much appeal as possible. Good Brothers came out in August 2013, Bad One December 2013. I'd be willing to give it a pass just because, again, I don't know how long it was in development. The pre Y2K meltdown, you know. But yeah, like, there are very few objectively bad games. It's more just like, you don't personally enjoy it, but that doesn't make it a bad thing. Honestly, I think we'll be fine with the healing items we've got. I don't think I need to go fill up. Time for Ule. Alright, do that. Oh right, you can't backdash when you're crouching. God, this is a really slow seed, damn. Between me coughing and drinking water, what a fool I was. Yeah, that's the thing, like, as long as it's not... as long as the creators aren't assholes, like, you know, they were with Y2K. Like, I absolutely do not subscribe to separating art from the artist. Like, I do think at this point, especially with, like, how easy it is for people to share their views and stuff on social media and whatnot, it is better to amplify people who are doing good rather than people who are doing bad. Demon Rush is hilarious. Demon Rush brings me joy. And to be fair, the dude is still making games. Like, again, they might not be, you know, 10 out of 10s or maybe even 7 out of 10s, but he's still doing them. He's still doing his thing. It's not hurting anybody. Like, there's been a lot of talk recently about Fear and Hunger, because I think Eyepatch did a video about it. And, like, it is a game that is extremely oppressive and, by all means, not fun for most people. But it's interesting in the sense of, like, it emulates a lot of the older school roguelike theory of, like, you have to have more knowledge than, like, raw stats and items to win in this game. Oh god. Actually, I better heal. From what I hear, Fear and Hunger 2, like, the biggest problem with Fear and Hunger 1 is that it is apparently really hard on, like, more edgy stuff. That is really a turn-off to a lot of folks. Like, I'm not gonna talk about specifically what happens, but there is a lot of, like, abuse and, like, sexual assault kind of stuff in that game that maybe was a little too edgy. And apparently this second game is a lot more toned down with that kind of stuff, so... But again, like, it is extremely oppressive and designed to just kind of kill you without any real regard for you as a person. It's just there to kill you. Also, yeah, like, certain designs and design decisions in the first game, at least, I'm not sure about the second, are not super, well thought out. Hopefully the creator hasn't come out and been like a chud or whatever. But yeah. Amplify good actors, don't amplify bad ones. One of my least favorite things when people are like, quote, retweeting somebody on Twitter to dunk on them, not realizing that you are just exposing people to their shit. I actually need that beef curry. Like, retweet people that make you feel good and share their stuff. Don't share some dumbass and be like, wow, have you seen this dumbass? Like, I didn't before, but now you're making me see it. I don't want to see it. And the worst part is it's almost always images, too, so it's not even like I can mute specific words to get the stuff off of my feed. Like, I get that people want to dunk on them, but at the same time, I still have to read it. Like, don't make me engage with that. I don't want to see it. It sucks that I've had to mute some people that are otherwise really cool on Twitter because they just never stop doing that shit. Like, nothing against them as a person, but man, I don't want to read that. I could not give less of a shit. Alright, let's start with Muramasa. They did RJ Tomath? What? I was about to say, wait, you can rocket jump in that game? Weirdly enough, for a boss called Chaos, the first form is actually always, like, the exact same. Like, there's zero randomness in Phase 1. It's not until Phase 2. Oh, Co-Host is really nice. I really like Co-Host. Oh, 7 minutes from start to legs gone, yeah. Alright, pretty alright phase 1. Hopefully run 2 is going to be a lot better. Because, man, this seed took a while. You gotta speedrun that shit. Actually, probably better just saving my MP for transformations. Oh, right, I have Black Panther equipped. Oh, ate an orb. Oh, calling in sick to work. My tummy hurt. 8 orb. Help. Help, Soma. Help, computer. Because, like, Fear and Hunger, you can literally die on the first screen, right? A very net hack. You try to climb the upstairs. Oops, you were wearing very heavy armor and you tripped and you died. Would you like your possessions identified? No, I don't like that layout. Oh right, I've got mind ups, I should be using those. Might just want to put more damage out here. Use mind ups. Okay. 135. Not a very good seed. Actually, it's probably my slowest in a long time, damn. This is why I generally go for 2 seeds instead of 3, because sometimes you just get really long ones. Admittedly, I could have done faster this time for sure, but, like, we didn't get Black Panther until way later. Okay, let's load up the other seed immediately, because we gotta speed run that back for seed number 2. I did pick the right one, right? That one's 39, this one's 53. Okay, yeah, this is the right seed. I generally do 2 seeds per stream. Ugh, let me just take a stretch. Drink some water. God, the Cockatrice Corpse, like, NetHack is a really mean game. Because there are so many ways to just immediately die. And, like, they are technically preventable, but the first time you encounter them, you will probably never know. Like, I think the biggest one for a lot of people is the drawbridge. Because at some point you have to cross a drawbridge to get into a castle, and you have to play, like, a melody on a flute to lower the drawbridge. So you do that, and if you're standing too close to where the drawbridge will drop, you just get crushed by it and you die. Like, there's no surviving, it's not like a damage check, it's just you die if you're under it. But then the drawbridge can also explode and send shrapnel flying at you, which will also instantly kill you, so... Among other ways, it's one of the very, very quick ways to just suddenly end your game. I ascended one time on NetHack, and I'm good, I think. And that was with heavy use of, you know, wikis and stuff, learning, like, what stuff can do, what stuff can't do, what you need to do in this situation. Alright, let's fast honk. Right star to skip, not A. Let's get Cleave, Solution, Black Panther, Room 1, let's go. And yeah, sometimes it'll just generate an enemy with a Wand of Death, and it's like, well, you didn't have magic cancellation, so you just die now. You just dead. Merman. NetHack is, like, kind of really interesting from a standpoint of it is still technically being developed and updated, like, 30 years later. Actually, more than 30 years later. I think it's older than I am. Because it's from the era when roguelikes were actually just tiles on screens because... Or sorry, not tiles, like ASCII on screens because their terminals couldn't display graphics, like they didn't have graphics card when NetHack was created. Nope, Minotaur's back. That's either very good or very bad. Oh boy, cloth tunic. Yeah, 1987, God. Technically, it's a networked variant of Hack, so it is technically even over Black Panther. Boggers. Boggers, on God, for real, for real. NetHack is also great because, yeah, like, it has a lot of the aspect of games like Dwarf Fortress would have, in that, like, there are so many funny stories you get out of it. My current game for that is Ilona. Ilona has all kinds of hilarious things. I've actually been fucking around on a tablet, because I do want to eventually shitpost about Ilona. Some of the situations that happen in that game are so absolutely hilarious, but it's all done in text. You'll get like a reward for praying to a god will be a cat, like as a pet, except it's a god cat, so like it can mind freak people, like Chris Angel mind freak, and just cause them to die of neurofibroma. And there's no way of like seeing this in game, they just kind of die. I just like the idea of calling your cat in to psychically melt everything else. Ooh, Malthus. Yeah, for Ellen, I played the alpha, and like, obviously it's pretty limited because it's very early in development, but I really enjoyed it so far. Speaking of enjoying it, I really enjoy finding Muramasa. But yeah, I'm really excited to see Ellen, if only because it's the original dev. Hopefully their game design decisions will not be as rude as originally Ilona was. Because, oh boy, I cannot recommend anybody in good faith play vanilla Ilona. It's just not worth your time. This seed is the apology. This seed is the apology for last seed. I'm gonna say that, and then all the books are gonna be, like, in Chaos Dimension somehow. Any seed where you get early Black Panther and Muramasa is pretty cracked, though. And Ramen is random drops, damn. Love that. I'm gonna kill them just for chances at it, because Ramen is one of the best healing items in the game. Sadly, I'm not at the point where I can one-shot the skeletons yet, so I do get bounced back. I'd probably just jump over stuff, honestly. It's not worth killing these dudes. Une. Ooh, skeleton. A skull necklace, a skeklis. Grab that. Oh, Valkyrie. It's not a bad soul. A little too expensive, though. But yeah, Ellen looks pretty cool. I'm glad that it is getting an official sequel. Because Ilona Plus is cool, like Ilona Plus from Custom GX and all that. It's nice that it is still getting some kind of development. It is still just obviously going to be heavily based off the original. Goodbye, Graham. I'll see you on the top floor. Hopefully with a gun. Alright, so the goals here are... okay. The goals here are... I gotta find the books and I gotta find the souls. I actually have a lot of movement because the the Black Panther lets you get over a lot of little humps that you couldn't get over otherwise. Makes things really easy. So far, just a bunch of persimmons, but I ain't gonna complain about free Muramasa. That's $50,000 I get to spend on tasty meat and latkes. I'm gonna try them. I don't remember if Manticore has vulnerability to the curse effect on Muramasa. Was that a black belt? That is a black belt. That's pretty alright. One of the better stat accessories. Oh my god, you can absolutely curse Manticore. You were not designed to have this weapon this early. So a lot of enemies that are just going to be regular enemies later are weak to it. Oh boy, giant worm. The thing you never use if you're running this in like a timed context. You should absolutely replay Aria. Everybody should replay Aria. Everybody should play Aria if you haven't played already. I would go so far as to call it the best Metroidvania. Period. Even better than Symphony, and some people might call that a nuclear take. I might get smitten down by God for saying that as I'm coughing, but you know what, I'm saying it. Symphony of the Night, it's really good. Set up the formula, but it is a little too long for its own good. Dawn of Sorrow is not bad, it's just not as good as this, I think. But the thing is, the water zone isn't even that long, it's just confusing. Once you learn the path through, it is so much faster. Compared to the part in Symphony where it's like you have to just sit and do nothing for like a minute while the Riverman paddles you over. So the nice thing, Red Braina, is that there is a mode in the randomizer that lets you highlight secret walls. I think it's like Peeping Eye when you're setting up the flags. If you type that in, it'll just turn on permanent Peeping Eye effect, and it'll flash wherever the secret walls are. Ooh, rare ring. Actually, no, it's not. Also, the other thing I don't like about Symphony is that it's like the moving around is kind of a pain in the ass, especially if you want to use like Wing Smash and all that. I absolutely hate having to mash to do that. Like doing constant 720s or 270s, sorry, not 720s. Fighting Game Brain. War fatigue. Like, if you want 100% Symphony, you just have to do the inverted castle, and you have to do all the bosses in the inverted castle. At least in vanilla. Obviously, randomizer, you can potentially finish earlier, but usually you're going to be going pretty deep, and it's just like, it's the same thing, but upside down. It's neat the first time, but I don't think I want to constantly have to do that if I want to just run a seed of it. Whereas this game, it's like, oh, you want the true ending? Cool, there's one more little area. Again, I should get in there. So as you can tell, the seed's going a little bit faster. Grab that milk. Someone needs his calcium. Armor of Water. Shit, I think that's better than the War Fatigues right now. I don't know, I'm kind of like... the Dracula fight is kind of iconic, but I'm kind of over it, if I'm being real. The only one that had like a really interesting take on the formula, in my opinion, was Order of Ecclesia. Because his second form is just, he stops teleporting, he walks around. That's his second form. He doesn't turn into some demon, he doesn't like grow wings and start like shooting laser beams. He just does genocide cutters, he just does fighting game moves. It's great. Yeah, like, Graham is basically the traditional Dracula fight, it's just a lot more by the book. Dracula fight in Dracula X. Nobody wants that again. Only villains go for that. Just making sure to kill these ectoplasms, otherwise I get cursed and I lose all my MP. Like, I think hands down, Order of Ecclesia Dracula is like my favorite by far. Because, like, at the same time, it's not a twist. He doesn't turn into some demon, but then it's like, he's just doing his regular moves, but more so, but, like, they're actually really cool and interesting. Yeah, I think Portia teams up with Death because that's the whole gimmick of the game, like, everybody teams up. For Dracula's second form, he is not Prohibito Hugar. Hugar con Rugal. Only Dracula is allowed to play as Rugal. I don't know if that DS collection's gonna happen. They would have to, like, update the games. And, like, there's already ROM hacks that do that anyways. I would just play on those, honestly. I'm honestly kind of impressed we even got the Advanced Collection, if I'm being honest. Yeah, this is a cream soda, don't need to worry about that. Circle of the Moon was kind of neat, but it relied a little bit too much on his Psycho Crusher. Mistletoe. That would actually be a really nice find if it didn't already have Muramasa. Let's see. Yeah, no, we're not buying anything here. No, we're not. Sell the Kaiser Knuckle. Probably just buy a bunch of healing items. Although Potion's the only one I can buy, damn. No, I don't want to talk to you, Hammer. No, no. I bought that purchase thing. Hopefully, the dance hall is going to have a slide or giant bat, potentially. Ooh, Triton. That's a real nice find. I'm reflexively, like, remembering not to press L because I don't have Hippogriff anymore. Grapes. Wait, which fight on an early emulator? Oh, the Dracula X fight? So I was gonna say DOS-based, that means it's gotta be like ZSNES, right? Circle of the Moon, I would definitely play it with, like, I don't know if your squad is intending it to be played as it was originally released, but, like, just play Circle of the Moon with the patch that removes the random drops on cards and just makes them findable objects. Creaking Skull. Oh, the Circle of the Moon. Damn, what VBA, or what GBA emulator was based on DOS? I don't remember any GBA emulators using DOS. Then again, VBA is probably the only one I really heard of. A skull necklace. But yeah, play Circle of the Moon with the patch that removes random card drops. It sounds really early, because GBA was like, that was 2001, right? So I want to say Windows XP was pretty commonly in use by that point. Most people would probably be switching away from DOS. Because I think XP is when they stopped supporting DOS. Like, it just used like an emulation rather than built-in DOS mode. Oh, I know Windows 98 existed, I'm just saying, by 2001 I think most people were moving on to XP. Some intent to be as it was, I mean, true, but... It is kind of silly that the entire gimmick of the game, the whole card combo stuff, is all locked behind mostly random drops. Oh, there's Valkyrie. Pretty strong attack, but very expensive. It would be like, imagine, like, here the souls are random drops, but every single enemy drops its own soul. So, like, even if you don't get every drop from an enemy, it's like, okay, whatever, I'm still gonna get, I'm gonna probably get something cool eventually. That's something that Bloodstained did that I really liked, is that every enemy had its own soul as well. The other problem with Circle of the Moon is that a lot of the card combos just don't really do much for you. Like, a lot of card combos just aren't really worth using at all, compared to other ones. It'd be cool if somebody made a patch at some point that did kind of like an Arya thing, where you could have like one, you know, passive buff, one summon buff, and one attack buff or whatever. Or one summon combo, one attack combo, that kind of thing. Well, Bloodstained, you got super overpowered. Like, I didn't hate it. I don't mind it being an easy game. It's just, if you knew what you were doing, you could absolutely break that game over your knee. There is, in fact, a DOS-based GBA emulator. Wow. Maybe Smite will run that sometime. He's been doing the ZSNES stuff for a while, but I wonder if he'll ever do GBA. That'd be interesting. So we don't have Giant Bat, do we? No. Yeah, we're gonna have to go the long way around then. God bless whoever thought DOS was gonna stick around enough to make their emulator DOS-based. Yeah, exactly. Like, Circle had a lot of neat ideas. It was their first portable Castlevania in, like, a long time, and the first portable Metroidvania-style game, so obviously there was going to be some growing pains. God, am I still not killing skeletons? Damn. Damn. Oh, it's just another Triton. I want to say there is a patch that improves the brightness of the game, so you don't need a backlit GBA to play it on original hardware anymore. Because yeah, that was one of the biggest problems with the game. It was too frigging dark. Shoutouts to everybody who had to buy an Afterburner mod for their GBA or whatever before they released the SP. Harmony, they went over bright. They went too hard the other direction. Harmony was like, okay, well, nobody saw anything with the last game, so you're gonna see everything at all times in this one. Like, Juiced had the neon blue glow around him, everything was like super bright and washed out. Didn't look super nice. Harmony was a weird game. It was them trying to fix the mistakes they made from Circle of the Moon, but also making more mistakes, like just trying to do Symphony of the Night again. Yeah, Arya, they got it perfect. Or as close to perfect as they could get. Not too early. Oh no, it's still good. Ugh. I just want to play Metroidvanias. I just want lots of little Metroidvanias. Oh, hey, Black Panther. A second one to make up for the first seed. Let's see if Galamoth shows up at the same spot this time. I don't know what the odds are, but they're probably very low. I don't have Chrono Mage, do I? No. Oh wait, I can't actually get this item, can I? Yeah, I don't have Kicker. Yeah, we can't actually get this. Dang, heck, shucks. It is too bad that, you know, Igarashi is basically done with Konami. So we're probably not going to see an official game by the guy who, you know, kind of pioneered the formula of doing the Metroidvania style. Like, Bloodstained is great. Has a couple warts here and there, because obviously they had a bit of a rocky dev cycle. But overall, really good, like, first entry in the post-Castlevania timeline. Actually, I can get this item, too. Yeah, the biggest thing I think a lot of people got stuck on is the one random soul that gates progress. Like, apparently the drop rate is very high, but it's not guaranteed, which is kind of silly. Well, actually, it's a reference to Circle the Moon? No. I didn't see what suit that was. Oh, it's the good suit. Hell yeah. Not gonna keep the Armor of Water because there's like one enemy that uses water attacks in this game, and it's not worth guarding against. Actually, I don't need Undine. Undine's a weird soul because it's only necessary if you're playing the game properly. It's got a silver plate. But old Rock Suit is definitely better, I think. Because, like, you don't actually need Skulla here, you can just, or not Skulla, you don't need Undine there, you can just kind of wobble there. I think the only time you really need it, if you're playing properly, is if you're going through the servants' quarters to get out of the fountain. Yeah, Wizard of Legend is hard. Oh, there's Galamoth. It is a lot harder when you're playing on, you know, Parsec and there's a little bit of delay and the screen turns into soup anytime the first boss uses her, like, Firestorm thing. But even without that, it's probably still very hard. Yeah, it is real unfortunate that they pushed it on the Switch when it clearly was, like, not really able to handle it well. I think they did do some kind of patch, but it wasn't like, you know, perfect fix, 60 FPS and all that. Ooh, Calbulk. There's a Julius weapon. I'm gonna grab this robe just to potentially sell later on. Cash bag. Is it the second or the third one? I want to say it's the third one, but I might be wrong. Yeah. It's either a broadsword or Graham, either way, not really worth grabbing. IMO. I mentioned Rune of the Reckless the other day when he was talking about that on Talking Pit. I was like, damn, I want to try that again too. I haven't played that in forever. Kind of a similar deal to Wizard of Legend, like kind of top-down action roguelike. I don't have Sculla. Ah, a katana that's not Muramasa. Great, I won't use it. Yeah, like, I'm really surprised that they went through with all of the, like, the stretch goals that they promised for the most part. Like, I think the only one they couldn't really do was, I want to say, the roguelike mode. Because I think they didn't realize how difficult it would be to generate, like, a meaningful 3D castle while also having it be interesting in a 2D space. I know it is possible, it's just retrofitting. Were they on Unreal 3 or 4? I think they were on 4. I'm not sure how easy that is in Unreal Engine 4. Nice that we have all these engines that you can just use now, but unfortunately it also makes it very difficult if you don't know how to do something specific or that engine is not good at doing that specific thing you want. Oh. There we go. No lasers for you. Oh yeah, 30XX. There's another game I gotta play. Oh boy. I don't have Slide. I just realized. Weirdly enough, Slide is actually really important for some fights. Like the death fight, it really helps. In the Graham fight, it's really useful. Oh wow, killed him with Black Panther Shockwave. That's funny. Skyfish! Bifron. Alright, I can't go underwater. I don't have Sculla. Oh, right, Galamoth. I was gonna say I think that's all the checks I can do. That shouldn't be right. Unfortunately, I don't have the means to get quickly to a teleporter, so I have to go the long way around. Ugh, come on. Sometimes the gears in the background are weird to stand on. Yeah, I mentioned this earlier, I picked up a tablet, I gotta start doing that again. Just fucking around with art. I've been sick the entire past week, and the last thing I want to do is sit down at a computer and try to draw things properly. I'm also coughing and dying of throat disease. I mean, the jump over everything does work, it just depends on what venue you're playing. Alright, closest teleporter. Probably just go straight from here. I was about to say, oh man, that yellow soul could have been really nice, but then I remembered that's just another Triton. Skeletons just do be dropping Triton today. This is gonna have to be either Giant Bat, Hippogriff, or Sculla. And most likely it's gonna be Sculla. Unless we are blessed with the rare No Underwater Seed. Curly, please. Wise guy, huh? The yellow souls in Aria are weird because there's a lot of stat boosters, and like intelligence in vanilla Aria is not very good. It only boosts the damage of blue souls, which like you rarely use to deal damage, so get the Skulla. This randomizer has an option to make the intelligence stat affect red souls, so it actually has more of a use there. Constitution is just, oh, okay, you take a little less damage, and then luck is a funny stat. Luck is a funny stat. It's a good choice if you want to throw your yellow slot away, I guess. If you want to have a percentage of a percentage of a percentage of a higher chance of finding an item, you could boost your luck. Alright, now we go underwater. Here we go, let's buy some tasty meat. Nah, Piccolo Day is over. Piccolo Day was weeks ago, you missed it. It's funny because, ooh, Balmung, damn, I could have gotten a Balmung from the first room potentially. Actually, I don't even have backdash, so Balmung isn't great right now. Melon. I gotta be better about just like running through and tanking hits and stuff rather than sitting around and fighting stuff. Usually one of my weakest points when I'm playing randos that I just fight stuff and I don't really need to. I like having numbers though, my number gets bigger. Milan. Milon's Secret Castle. Some might say one of the first Metroidvanias. Oh, come on, rude. There's Kicker. Yeah, Panther is just such a good soul that, like, unless you have a really good reason, you don't want to use something else there. Actually need to use the boat this time. Hee. I love that it just makes a sound of, like, a dish breaking. Or, like, a pot breaking. Like, was that boat made out of ceramics? Let's see, Dinesliff. Rahab's sword. Oh yeah, Rahab and his sword. Honk, 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 honk. When Triton is outside to pick you up, and you're not picking up your phone. Officer's uniform or soldier's uniform, whatever, it's not getting used because I already got Olrock's suit. Oh nice, you can actually curse Triton. I don't know if that worked or not. Okay, there's the slide, finally. I should probably munch some potion. Oh wait, I went up here already, didn't I? I sure did. Choking on Skittles here. Mod makes the Horn of Gondor noise. I was fucking around on Discord the other day, and it turns out there's a lot of, like, GIFs of Gollum doing the weird, like, anime eye look thing. There's one part where he just looks around for a lot, and his eyes are a lot bigger than I remember them being. I think it is possible to jump through here. Just have good timing, which I don't. There we go. Anyways, what I'm saying is it's only a matter of time until we see Gollum fan cams. I'm sure people already call him a precious small cinnamon bun. Gollum, ooh. Ooh, notices your wing of power. What's this? My precious? I'm taking damage even for thinking about that, god. Hey, Merman, could you stop? There we go. That guy's a pain in the ass if you want to climb the elevator. I don't have giant bat or hippogriff, so I gotta climb the normal way. I'll grab the teleporter too, just in case, because I always forget to do this and then I hate myself for it later. Oh god, I can't even get the items in the top here. Ooh, levitating. That is really nice here, actually. Dryad dropping the sword that extremely murders it as a prank. Could you be Hippogriff, please? Thank you. You love to see it. You simply love to ask the game a question and have it be like, yes. Yes, you get to have what you asked for. You were good today. Went for a little walk earlier, got my physical exercise. That was good. I get to transform into Manticore as a treat. Really nice day out today too. Like it's cool but not cold, but at the same time it's sunny. Just get to really enjoy the niceness of the weather, the niceness of having a bright day out. It's been kind of gloomy the past few weeks, so it's nice to have a brighter day. Sadly, I didn't get to see New Morning Dove sitting on the mailboxes today, waiting for mail. Medusa head. Actually kind of useful for the Chaos fight, weirdly enough. God, like, look at the difference in time between the seed. 40 minutes we're already underwater, whereas first seed was like... I don't even think we were... I think we were around, like, the floating garden, maybe? If that. And there's Giant Bat. Not that I really need... Actually, Giant Bat still has some niche uses. There's, like, one item in the game that requires Giant Bat to get. And then there's also the little trick you can do in the arena. These guys can't be cursed. Thought they could. I've decided I'm just gonna kill them because they're a pain in the ass to deal with otherwise. Don't like them. They're stinky. Legion fight was at 110 last time. Jeez, yeah, okay. Oh, jeez, I'm gonna die. Poison makes you take extra damage because it reduces your stats. just gonna damage tank through all these. Oh, I thought I got the apple in my head, damn. I've gotten pretty lucky with some of the locations of items in this run, actually. Like, obviously, Black Panther first room's great. But it weirdly is a little, like, it's more likely than you would think to get Black Panther early. Because it is considered a movement tool, like, it's considered an unlock for certain areas. And it can give you that, or, like, double jump, or flying armor. Because obviously the game, like, the randomizer logic has to make sure you can get somewhere. Otherwise you soft lock and then you don't really get to play the game. So, the Black Panther being basically a key in that regard means that you find it a lot more than you'd think. That being said, it is still fantastic to get wherever it shows up. Unless it's at the very end, in which case it's stinky. It's bad. I'm just gonna try and push through to the save point rather than use healing items. Yep, you can get to some places without Malphas if you have just Black Panther, because it lets you go over like certain humps on edges. It lets you push over corners. Yeah, in my opinion, this game is like, I think it's the best Metroidvania in like the official ones in Castlevania games. I think this is the best one. Symphony is very good, don't get me wrong, and the DS-Vanias are all fantastic as well, but I think this one is the best for me. Because, like, it's long enough that, like, it's satisfying to play, but at the same time, it's not overly long. And, like, everything is so... it's a lot more well-designed in terms of, like, moving you around the castle. The only one thing I would maybe change about the game is maybe giving you, like, a meal ticket, or library card equivalent, I should say, to let you warp back to the entrance or something. That's about the only thing I would really want from this game, but aside from that, like, it's really good. I've probably also changed the balance on some of the weapons, like spears and heavy weapons in general are not as good in this game. I would definitely tweak those and make them better. Grapes. I don't think I have any of the books yet, actually. Do I have any of the books? Oh no, I have one book. Goddess of Revenge. That's... Is that Erinys? I think that's Erinys. Do I have Erinys? Pretty sure that's an Erinys soul. Gonna scratch my nose. Well, randomizer, normally what happens is you get a weapon that's like way out of depth for where you currently are. And you can kind of just cruise on that the rest of the game. Even regular style though, like I just find to gravitate to weapons I can jump cancel, it just feels better. I do like the change that, the roguelike mode that I played, Aria Reprise. Sorry about the coughing. I like the change that they made where spears and stuff had like armor piercing and like bonus damage on the final hit. So like when it normally takes you 2 swings to kill an enemy with like I think the axe type weapons, and now it just makes it 1 less swing to kill, which is nice. Makes it really nice for early enemies. And then spears, I think if you hit with the tip, it just ignores defense, which is really cool. There's Curly. Finally play Cave Story. But again, this is only in the Reprise version. The vanilla version doesn't have anything like that. Reprise also does a really cool thing with the samurai armor, where defensively it's not very good, but it makes any weapon jump cancelable, which opens up so many strategies. And like, it's a really cool trade-off, because like, yeah, you're wearing slightly better than paper, but still very weak. But then you can turn almost any weapon in the game into like god tier. I mean, I'm sure there are lots of people who like Harmony of Dissonance, I just would not call it my favorite by any means. Oh god, not even a money bag, a Mimic. Jeez. Harmony, like, I played it a while back, I don't think it's one of the good ones. Wouldn't be on my to-play again list anytime soon. The biggest complaint was that, like, in terms of exploration, it was just kind of like 2 castles layered on top of each other, which is one of my big complaints about Symphony of the Night, is that the Inverted Castle, it's cool the first time, but then, it's just kind of like, I'm good. And then the music is like, it definitely suffered. Like, it's a lot more tinny and beepy compared to the other games, and it loses a lot of the atmosphere that Castlevania games are known for as a result. There's Ernie's. I do have a bit of a soft spot for the weird jazz cavern. Well, actually, I don't have to do this. I get to do a little trick here. I get to do a little Joker's trick. Hee. Because, yeah, the music was like, from what I read, I'm not sure how true it is that they put, like, too much stress on the actual CPU, so they basically just had to not use any kind of, like, sound capability, like, just basic, super basic sound output. It definitely could have benefited from, like, a properly sampled soundtrack and not just, like, more chiptune-y stuff. Because the problem is that there are plenty of Castlevania games with good chiptune music, but I don't think it was the best implementation of chiptunes they could have done. Definitely felt on the weaker side. Like, aside from the weird jazz cavern and, like, I think they did a couple of remixes of old Castlevania themes, I could not really tell you most of the music in that game. Oh boy, Black Panther. Okay, so we have Ernie's. Still need 2 other books. Ecclesia is great. Ecclesia is great music-wise. Like, I honestly think the Ecclesia Castle theme is probably, like, my favorite of the series. Yeah, I think we just go for top floor now. I could check the ceiling in Servants' Quarters. Maybe I should do that, actually. Yeah, let's do that. Because I'm going to kick myself if that's where one of the books was. Did I ever check the ceiling and study as well? I think I did, yeah. Yeah, Empty Tome. That's the one I'm talking about. That one's fantastic. Wait, did I go up here? No, I didn't. Okay. Good, that was a book. I made the right call, because I'm the best. Yeah, Bloodstained was also the same composer, right? Whenever you see the PNG Soma, like, open his mouth and I don't actually say anything, it's because I'm coughing and the mic is muted. But I have VitoTube set up to still take input, even when I mute OBS. Yeah, Bloodstained, they did a really good job, like... Considering we were coming from Mighty Number 9, like, everybody was trying to do the thing where, like, I'm gonna make a spiritual successor to the old game that I made, except I'm not gonna be tied down by the company I worked for anymore, and then it just ended up kind of disappointing. Like, I know that happened with, God, what's it called? Didn't the guys who made the Space Quest series, they also tried to make their own adventure game, and it just never... Like, I think it still has not come out, and that was like over 10 years ago. That's another problem with older Kickstarter projects, is a lot of people didn't really know what they were getting into. They were just like, oh yeah, we'll collect money and then we'll solve everything else later, and then, no, you gotta solve everything else, actually. You gotta solve that now. Mighty Number 9, though. Not only was the game just, like, pretty mediocre, but that one trailer they did where it's like, oh, cry like an anime fan on prom night, like... Okay, so you're just gonna insult your target audience, huh? Yo, your water bottle? Hold up. I want to buy your water bottle. How much money can I give to you right now? How much money can I give to you to have my name inside every water bottle? $5 million? Yes, sir. Yes, chef. I think this is Valkyrie. And then this is... God, I want to say one of the golems. A creature... Okay, no, that's Medusa Head. And I'm pretty sure the first one is Valkyrie. Okay, yeah, that is Valkyrie. So Valkyrie... Medusa Head and Ernice. So I think we're good, actually. Because we definitely have Medusa Head, we definitely have Valkyrie, and then Ernice, we just picked that up recently, so we should be good. We are in go mode. Oh, little Vijaya. Oh, actually, I gotta be careful here. Forgot there was red Minotaurs in here. You do got them big swings. Yeah, God, I'm thinking about all the Kickstarter scans. Was Juicero ever on Kickstarter, or was that just a thing that became popular and very insulted? Juicero, because I don't think there was a Kickstarter for that. It might have been on Fig. I was about to say Poggers with Fig, but then I realized, no, I can't say that out loud, actually. I'm gonna get in a lot of trouble if I say that. Hey, V for Vanarchy, thank you for the resub. Actually, I just used the Transformation Souls here, I think. Do not say poggers and replace the pog with fig. It's not going to work out well for you. That's my advice.
Costituigicero in terra.
We Juicero and we making fun of Juicero. There's a transformation soul. Yeah, the aftermarket juice bags are my favorite. Ooh, that was a really nice phase, actually. Damn. That's pretty lucky. Lucky! Or that one video of the CEO just, like, squeezing a bag out in silence to show that it's not as good, but it's exactly the same as squeezing the bag with that. Alright, so Valkyrie, Medusa Head, and Aernice. Alright, I want Levitine for this. I want the numbers. The Juicero. It was a juice press with DRM. Which is about the funniest sentence I can think of. What if juice had to be authorized? What if you had to log on to juice things? How many mind-ups I do? Bruthy Ju- oh, that sounds like pervert talk. That's pervert language. Bruthy Juicer. I'm just gonna swoosh out over here. Oh right, you can't crouch after transforming. Fruthy Juicer. Oh, that's such a bad mouthfeel. Hey guys, who wants to use my Fruthy Juicer? Alright, back to Black Panther. Triton's fine there. Ah. Graham was smart this time. He hid the gun behind him. Probably use Muramasa to break the thing here. Oh no, that's right, I have Calibulg. I can just use that on Julius. Yeah, the Juicero was like hundreds of dollars. This was like buying a PS4, being a PS5. I don't think PS5 was out yet, but still. Yeah, Soma gets his hair done. $700 fucking dollars for a thing that presses a bag pretty hard. Never underestimate rich people and their capability to act like rich people know what they're doing. Gain a level. You know what? I'm just gonna say it. If I have to pay $700 for a juice machine, I better get to fuck it. I'm saying what we're all thinking now. $700 for that? Come on. And all you do is squeeze bag. Okay. I'll switch to Calibulg. 8 tons of force to cold press your juice and vegetables. Yeah, flashlights don't have DRM. Exactly. Things I never thought I'd be saying today. What if a flashlight had DRM? What if you had to log in every time you wanted to jack off? Unrecognized penis. ID tagged dildos and ID tagged vibrators. ID tagged fleshlight snake. God, now I'm just thinking about somebody fucking side-talking into a dildo to talk to an agent. Agent. Talking into my dildo. Agent. 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 En español, por favor. Oh right, that's not good against him. Somebody jailbroke my flashlight, so now it doesn't update my room temperature properly whenever I want to have a sesh. Oh, come on, dude. Dude! Bro, I know we're talking about fleshlights. I know you're a man of the cloth, but come on. Yeah, just a little casual JO sesh. Oh god. Yeah, flashlight with a Wiimote speaker. Oh baby, oh baby. Oh baby. The future is here and it fucking sucks. Yeah, Ultra Kill actually has like a proper butt plug update, right? Like up there with chess, with one of the few games you're allowed to play with a butt plug. Yeah, Ultra Kill released an update to allow it to work with like digital butt plugs, I think. Oh, that was the only way to get Rumble support at all. Okay. Yeah, I do not want my Teledildonics on the cloud, please. I do not need my toys to be Wi-Fi enabled. Oh man, I bricked my dildo. You have to get... Sorry, just the... the phrasing on get the dildo patch. It's very funny. Oh yeah, no, like I said, Black Panther, unfortunately, is a big decider on time. I've had better seeds than this, if you can imagine, but they were mostly because I got to ignore the underwater area entirely. Now remembering, I think it was the, what was it, Rez, the trance vibrator? That shit got, like, a lot of press. If only we knew. Oh man. Dubs, I will open that up after I'm done this run, because this is actually a pretty decent run. Just link it again once I'm finished, once I call time. Oh! Aranese, I'm gonna shit. Agent! Aranese has heard this talk about teledildonics and vibrators is like, you deserve to go back to hell, you deserve to go back to Dracula's castle. You do not belong in the Chaos Dimension. Can't show that in a Christian manga. Okay. Muramos is fine. Probably just keep Devil for later. Definitely do not need Skulla for this fight, thank Christ. Whoever played the original La Mulana and remembers the final boss fight from that. What if you had to do a puzzle boss while also with underwater physics? That was rough. I'm glad they changed the final boss of La Mulana. No! Whenever I take damage in the game, I cough in real life. Okay, phase 1. A little bit faster. Now I gotta have that worm cooperate with me this time, please. I'm begging you, I've been good. I've only been talking about Teledildonics for part of the stream, not all of it. worm is not being chill. The worm is not being poggers. What are peepers for? Gonna have one more mind up. Worms aren't chaotic creatures, they're worms. They dislike moisture. And they tunnel through and process things in soil. Oh right, I don't have the rune ring on this seed. MP regen's not as fast. The worm? Come on, give me an ulti hit, please. Kudasai. Kudasai onegaishimasu. Yamete Kuda, stop. Worms like some moisture, but not too much of it. Never go outside after a rainstorm, oh boy. Oh god. I'm extremely in the damage zone right now. A worm gets too much moisture, they have to surface, and then birds eat them for free. Hey, alright. I'm gonna get that Dubs art before I forget. Oh no, Revolver Ocelot and his special gun. I love the feeling of slamming a long, greased silver bullet into a greased chamber. This is exhilarating! This is the greatest dildo ever made. The Single Action Army. Oh man, Dubs, your art is always a treat. 107. Much better. Yeah. I want to see the Twin Snakes cut where he's like doing all this in slow motion, but he's just like spinning around a dildo. Where he's doing Russian taunts at Snake. And yeah, with jet plane noises and all that shit. Yeah. With crack noises too, why not? Oh man. These streams go weird places. We started off talking about, you know, oh, how was your day? I went for a little walk, I got some sunshine, some nice exercise, vitamin D, talk about gacha games, and then we went down some paths. That's why I like doing these streams, because I know enough about Castlevania at this point to just kind of autopilot and talk about whatever. It's a good time. Ugh. Alright. First seed, not very nice. Second seed, considerably nicer. Yeah, it's good to just have a nice chill stream every now and then. Like, I like showing off a bunch of new stuff, but sometimes you just gotta run an Aria Rando. Go play Aria Rando. My best time, I think, was like 47 minutes, I want to say. Around like the 45-minute time mark. I'm not entirely sure exactly what the time is, but it's easily like sub 1 hour. And if you haven't played this randomizer, go fucking play it. The thing is, there are two different versions of the Aria randomizer. There's two different people who kind of made their own take on it. The one that I play is by Abyssanim, and I'm not sure what they go by now. I think they changed their name a couple times. Because this one lets you do wizard mode, which is one of my favorite ways to play it. This one. The other one has... It's a lot more difficult, in my opinion, and I'm not saying, you know, oh, I don't play it, it's too hard. But it's a lot more, like, structured in the sense of, like, you'd be more close to playing through the actual game in terms of equipment progression, which, like, if you like that, then go for it. But I like this one because I can turn on wizard mode. I just don't like the base MP regen, it's a little slow. I like using my spells. And you. I also need to try, what's it called? Reprise as well, because that got an update recently, and that sounds cool. Reprise just turns it into a roguelike, which, I played a couple of those in my time. I like them. Anyways, thanks everybody for stopping by. That'll be it for today. In case you missed it on Monday, yesterday, I mentioned I'm not going to be around on Thursday because they're hopefully going to be setting me up with a better internet connection. Hopefully more reliable and faster too, so I might actually be able to have more of an upload and not have all my other stuff completely turned to shit. So we'll see. But yeah, that'll be it for the day. I may try and do a stream this weekend if I'm able to. No guarantees, but we'll see. Who's live right now? Whom is live? It looks like... You know what? I haven't got to host Jordan in a while. Let's host over to Jordan. He's playing some Gianna Sisters DS, which is that weird Mario clone that kind of had to go legit after it became very popular. If you played Commodore. And they made a couple sequels, which were okay. The music was actually really good. I wasn't a huge fan of the sequels they made for like PC, I think 10 years back. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and raid Jordan. Have a good one, folks. I will, if not on the weekend, I'll see you next Monday. Take it easy.